Rise and shine, everyone. Welcome to your Friday Junior, your Thursday. Jason and Alicia here with you. A lot to talk about this morning, but first we're going to start here with weather because it's going to be pretty nice today.
It's going to be another nice day. John finally mowed my grass. It was so long.
That was the first time?
It was. It
Ever?
was like a foot long.
Oh, wow.
How did you do it?
It's blown everywhere in my neighbor's yard. Sorry, neighbors.
Yeah, it looks like a farm field. We're farming over here. Can we get we're making hay bales. 49 degrees this morning. You can see the cloud deck is actually right over the metro. So south of the metro is actually warmer, north cooler. So 49 degrees. We've dropped into the 40s where we've had clear skies, which you can see here in Brainerd, Grand Rapids, Grand Marais at 36. They got frost. Warmer conditions where there's cloud cover. That's Rochester and the La Crosse area. And we're going to be, like I said, on the border of this cloud deck. Even St. Cloud, there's no clouds in St. Cloud today. Temperatures getting up into the middle 60s. A fabulous day. There's a northeast wind that will hold us down a little bit. So we'll track out that little bit of rain. I'm talking about down towards Rochester today and those dicey or small chances for rain over Mother's Day weekend in your forecast.
Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. As you can see at the big map here, things for the most part looking pretty good. I am, though, tracking a situation in the Fridley area. If you're traveling through there right now, this is in the Fridley area. As you're getting off 694 eastbound onto this ramp to University Avenue. As you can see, there's a semi off on the side here. There's a couple of tow trucks helping with that situation there. As you can see, you can still get off on this ramp, but again, there's a situation on your right, so make sure you're aware of that if that's the exit you're taking. Other than that, that's the only thing I'm tracking this half hour. I will be talking about some more construction and projects and keeping my eye out for any more crashes. But as you're heading out the door right now and you want a personalized route look, just let me know. Social media, #CC's Commute.
All right, Cece, thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it. Our top story, though, here at 6. In just hours, one of the key witnesses in the Feeding Our Future fraud trial will take the stand for a second day.
This comes 24 hours after he revealed how the biggest pandemic fraud case in the country unfolded over 2 years. Our Audrey Russo is tracking his testimony from the Hennepin County Courthouse this morning. Audrey.
That's right. In a matter of hours, former Feeding Our Future employee Hadith Ahmad will walk back into the federal courthouse behind me. His cross-examination picks back up today. Now, Feeding Our Future, of course, was the nonprofit that was overseeing meal sites for kids during the COVID-19 pandemic. Ahmad admits that he set up a fake meal site to try to cash in on this. Among the evidence, there was a $300,000 check that was part of $1 million in government money that Ahmad admitted to taking just for meals alone. Now, a lot of his testimony focused on Feeding Our Future's former executive director, Amy Bach. He says that the two of them would look the other way whenever they saw evidence of a fake meal site getting set up, including things like lists of obviously faked names for kids that were supposedly benefiting. And he says that all of this was done because on paper, the more meal sites that existed, the more money Feeding Our Future would get. Now, there are 7 defendants in this trial overall. Amy Bach is not one of them. She will stand trial at a later date. Coming up in the next half hour, though, we'll have more on some of the prison time that Ahmad could face for this charge and for being a part of this entire scheme. Back to you.
All right, Audrey Russo reporting live for us. We appreciate you. This morning, we are learning more about the response in the St. Paul police shooting that left one woman dead. On Monday evening, officers responded to a report of a suicide in progress. Police say while talking to the woman in crisis, she pointed a gun at them, and that's when officers shot and killed her. Police say the timing of the call made it harder for the mental health response team to step in. The department has 3 people who help in these situations, but they work during the day. For evening calls, officers usually try to stabilize someone so their teams can come back the next day.
When we have someone that wants to harm themselves, all of our focus goes on to how can I get there as fast as I can so that I can create an intervention to hopefully interrupt that process.
Now, all of St. Paul's police officers are trained in crisis intervention. The department says it will release body camera video of the incident soon.
10:06:05, we have new details from the BCA on a deputy shooting in Chanhassen last Saturday. So on your screen are the names of 2 Carver County Sheriff's deputies who shot a man while responding to a domestic incident. One has 4.5 years of law enforcement experience, the other 19 years. The BCA says a man came out of the house and ran towards the deputies while holding a knife. They then opened fire after he ignored commands to drop the knife. That man reportedly is in stable condition. BCA investigators are now reviewing body camera footage from that incident.
An update to a story, our lead story yesterday here on Sunrise. Fode Kamara, the teen who shot and killed Zaria McKeever, has been sentenced nearly 11 years in prison. Kamara shot McKeever after getting a gun from her ex-boyfriend, Eric Haynes. Haynes was just sentenced to life for orchestrating the plot to kill McKeever. He admitted to stalking her when she got a new boyfriend.
If you were driving in South St. Paul in the last 24 hours, you probably saw smoke from this massive fire in Newport. Washington County officials say it started from a vehicle that was on fire. That fire then spread to a commercial building on Tibbetts Avenue just off of Highway 10. No word yet on if anyone was injured.
Right, time 6:06. We do need to fill you in right now on a developing story at the U of M. Our Michelle Beck is on campus right now ahead of a high-stakes meeting that could have a huge impact on in-state students. Michelle.
Yeah, let's talk about what's at stake here. A higher cost to get a college degree. The budget for next fiscal year proposes a 4.5% increase. All this is for in-state undergraduate students attending right here, the Twin Cities campus at U of M. If the board approves the budget, this would be the highest tuition annual increase since 2010. That's more than a decade, guys. So coming up at 6:30, I'll break down the numbers, tell you how much students and their parents will have to pay for coming from in-state or really out of state. That in 30 minutes.
All right, Michelle, we will see you then. Thank you very much. Developing at the state capitol, a rideshare bill that mandates pay rates for drivers is on to a new committee in the Senate. In the last 24 hours, the Judiciary and Public Safety Committee moved the bill forward. Lawmakers heard testimony from rideshare companies and a group representing drivers. Uber and Lyft have said they won't stay in Minnesota if the state's version of that bill passes. Let's talk about the Timberwolves this morning. They are back in Minnesota with a chance to pull off a stunning sweep of the reigning NBA champs, the Denver Nuggets.
They're so good this year. I love it. But if you were hoping to watch from Target Center tomorrow, it's going to be pretty pricey. Yeah, ticket sellers say recent big events in Minneapolis with stars like Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark don't match up to this sudden hype and skyrocketing sales for the Wolves. Now, if you want to see Game 3 in person, the absolute worst seat at Target Center is going to be about $300 or more. For lower bowl tickets, it's more like $2,500.
I've never seen the demand for a ticket like there is for the Timberwolves playoff tickets. They win the first game in Denver and the faucet just turned on. Our website just was like churning out sales, like literally hasn't stopped. And I think the only thing that will actually stop it is when we run out of tickets.
Probably going to happen too. There's still one way to get face value tickets if you're willing to buy season tickets for next year. Another option, a huge citywide watch party happening at several Twin Cities sports bars. We're going to have more details on that coming up here in about 30 minutes. I know we're both going to be downtown tomorrow. I'm so excited to be part of the hype, part of this franchise.
Downtown is going to be electric. It's so interesting seeing this because Minnesota is starving for a champion. Yes. We want a champion here in Minnesota. And the Wolves are the closest thing we've had to that in a few years now.
In quite a while, that's for sure. All right, this weekend, the official state fishing opener is about 2 days away, but this morning, Governor Walz is going to kick things off a little early in Lake City. He's hosting the 76th Minnesota Governor's fishing opener. Lake City's on Lake Pepin and has 85 different species of fish in its waters. Happy